Is there somebody here with us tonight that would like to talk to us? Wow, you're really anxious to talk to us. Who's here with us tonight? Do you want to communicate? Okay.
Wow.
Wow. It's like every time we touch.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Who's here with us? I'm going to say the alphabet, and when I reach the letter, can you tap once for the letter then I get to it? No? Will you communicate with us? Tap once for yes, twice for no. Oh, okay. Okay. I'm going to start with the alphabet then. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y. Y?
Why?
Okay, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, O, Y, O. You?
You?
It's not you? Okay. Is it your? Okay, your?
Your.
Your. Is there, your what? I'm going to say the alphabet again. Okay, here we go. I'm going to say it a little bit faster. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V. V? Your V. We'll go on to the next letter. Your V.
V.
V. Your visitor? You're a visitor here? No? Okay, let's try again. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, V-I. Your V-I.
Your viewers.
Your viewers. You're saying our viewers are here?
Oh, hey!
Thank you, spirits. Thank you. It just happens every time that we're...
Every time that we touch.
We just started, on our last investigation, we found out that we have this gift.
Guys, it was crazy. We were doing our investigation. Next thing you know, we brushed up against each other and we found out we could do this.
It's incredible. It's incredible. Like,
thank you, spirits.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you again. Are you happy that you was able to help us tonight? Wow.
Wow.
Thank you. Thank you. Goodbye.
It's just amazing.
Okay, we'll see you next time. So obviously, you know what this is going to be about, but it's going to be a quick one because we haven't been here for a while.
Oh, wait, let me get my...
But while she's getting her fun facts ready, between the wedding of Abby and Chase coming up, which is only 2 short weeks away, and we have been accident prone, which we'll tell you here in a little bit, right after her state facts, before we get into the little bit of Cody and Satori that we have. So her fun facts will be coming up.
Well, which one did we leave off?
I'm not sure. We'll find it here real quick.
Louisiana.
Kentucky, Louisiana, Maryland, Massachusetts, Michigan. I know we did that. Mississippi, Missouri. Did you do that?
Yeah.
Did we?
Go for a drink. Yeah, we did the Montana.
Yeah, that one I know. Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yep, that one too. Sorry, guys.
Eee! I should have been prepared. I'm sorry.
We did that one.
Wait, did we do that?
Yes, we did.
Yeah.
We did North Carolina,
Yeah,
because remember,
Pepsi
and
one.
sorry, somebody corrected us on Coca-Cola was not founded in South Carolina, but the bottling company was started in 1905 or 1906. That's where my error was. I do apologize.
We did North Dakota, right?
Fargo, yes. Because remember, we brought up Fargo. And
Yeah,
Abby
sorry,
didn't know
thought
what
it
it
was either
was.
one.
And we did Oberlin College. We did that one because we shouted out to that. We did
Pigeon
that one.
That's a pigeon.
Pennsylvania. I think that's where we left.
Yep.
Yep, those
You're
three.
right.
Okay, there you got it.
She got a good memory.
So, yeah, I know people tell me that, you
Alright,
know.
let me drink
Don't
some
let
of my
people tell you when you get older that your memory goes.
not
Because I'm what?
sponsored Yoo-hoo.
They can't sponsor us, yoo-hoo.
Do it.
There you go. Do it.
Delicious.
Nice chocolatey, refreshing drink.
Alright, so the first state fact is Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania was named after William Pitt the Elder. Debate still rages about whether he or Lord Palmerston was England's greatest prime minister.
They could have had a better fact from
That one,
Pennsylvania than that, but that's
kinda lame.
okay.
But, oh well.
It is what it is.
Second one. In 2012, Rhode Island became the first state to enact a homeless bill of rights, legally
Excuse me.
ensuring homeless people equal access to jobs, housing, and services. Well, that's nice.
That's a big help.
That's
Get them
nice.
off the streets, get them working. That's very cool.
And last but not least is South Carolina's Lake Murray claims to be home to a creature similar to the Loch Ness Monster. It's called somewhat predictably messy.
Whoa. And here's another little fact that you may not know. There is a lake race town not too far from us right here in good old Pennsylvania. And there's Josh, what's his name, Eric?
Josh Gates.
Josh Gates, and what's the name of the show?
Expedition Unknown.
Expedition Unknown. I should know this because we watch it, but it's been one of those weeks. But anyhow, Josh Gates from Expedition Unknown had traveled to Racetown Lake, and they were investigating because there's been some reports of big things being in that lake on the order of a possible Nessie right here. Well, when he came with his explorer, they did detect something really, really, really big down below in the water, but they didn't get any like evidence, but they are saying that there is something suspicious there. So hey,
So you never know.
Pennsylvania.
Maybe Loch Ness Monster does exist.
It could be one of the babies that somehow
Swam.
couldn't swim, but hey, because it's a lake, how would he get there unless it
I don't
traveled
know,
through?
maybe it jumped and maybe it was like Gumball and...
It's one of those magical ones that disappears and then just reappears.
It could have been.
It could have been.
It
Unless
could have
there's
been like Gumball though, Darwin's fish. I mean, no, Gumball's fish. Darwin traveled the whole way to find
Could
his
be.
best
It could be
friend.
one of those deep passages that goes way, way below the water surface, and they bore in there and just
You never know.
who knows?
Maybe we'll
Our
find
fun
out.
facts. But anyhow, we haven't been on. We know that. But as I said, between the wedding and I'm teasing Gabriella because, as you know, we shout out to Angelina and her team from Bad to the Bone. Cheers to you again, lady. We love you. And you know that. She fell down the steps, of course, and ended up having to go to the hospital because she rescued some bunnies because of her aunt's dog. Blah, blah, blah. I'm sure if you watched her, you know the story. Well, Gabriella decided, well, hey, Angelina can do it. Well, so can I do it. So she fell down the steps. And fortunately for her, she did not have to go to the hospital, but she is pretty much,
I don't know
if you can see it or
Yeah,
not,
I'll
but
try to. It's hard for me
she
to lift my
did
arm.
pretty much
actually.
some good damage to her elbow. I'm not sure if you can see. There you go. That's probably a nice clip.
Oh, let me see.
You might be able to. I don't know. I think it
Hold
might
on.
have.
Let me get my flashlight on, because I don't want you guys to think, oh my God, you're
I think the flashlight might be too bright for it. Put your hand by it like they do. Well, take the flashlight away.
I think you might be able to see
I
it.
think, yeah, see,
Well-
you get the gist of it. It's pretty messed up. And she's my crippled girl right now. And then me, I got Band-Aids all over my hand. I don't know if you can see on there, you probably can. But one of our puppies got his foot caught, and it twisted in one direction and his body twisted another direction, and I thought, oh God, this is going to be a trip to the vet. And I went to help him, and of course he's a puppy, and he panicked because he was crying like crazy, broke my heart. He clamped down on my hand, and I have 3 big teeth marks here in my hand, and I have one in the top, but I think he clamped just like that on my hand. So,
But for the community guidelines, we're not going to show you.
yeah, it's
pretty gruesome.
It's not nice. It's not nice, and it
pretty
does hurt. But and I almost passed out because it was bleeding, and you know the way it goes. But anyhow, so we haven't been on, and so we haven't really. All this that we're going to talk about tonight, we're not going to be as long as what we normally are, and this will probably be our last one. I know we said that before about Cody and Satori, but until 1 or 2 things happens, this will be our last one for sure.
Yes.
And the 1 of 2 things will be they either meet up with Ken Biddle or somebody else that's not known, that can be honest, that can take close-ups in an undisclosed place, even if they get somebody that they don't know. Don't even ask that person their name. Just find out that they're from a paranormal investigating team, somebody that, like even us, nobody really knows us, but just say somebody that's unknown. Don't even ask them their names. Have them go in, get up close shots from all angles, above, below, around the sides, close-ups, no shoes, no socks, blah, 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 until they get that, and they're either debunked or legitimized by even maybe, like I said, Ken Biddle, as long as there's somebody there, and it has to be in an undisclosed place that they've never been to before, then we're not going to, this is going to be the last one. Go
Sorry,
ahead.
unless they, threaten us debunkers / investigators, then we're gonna say something about it. Like, you can't just, like our last video where they were literally bashing us, all of us investigators and debunkers. We're not gonna let that just slide. Like, somebody's got to speak up.
Well, the point is, I think for us, we may not investigate as anybody else does, but everybody finds their own comfort in the way they investigate. When Paranormal investigates one way, they get bashed. They're too silly. They act like kids. Well, you know what? You have to break the ice, and joking around is not hurting investigation, because when it comes down to the investigation itself, they do investigate. They do catch stuff. Now, whether they're completely legit or not, I don't want to say 100% yes. I'm not there with them, but we enjoy them regardless. We'll see. Time will tell. They're getting real popular. Who knows? They could be the next Cody and Satori coming out, getting smeared all over and whatever. I don't care. But we don't investigate like they do. They don't investigate like the Overnight Boys does. The Overnight Boys are kind of getting similar to Zach Bagans, but they have their own way. Zach Bagans has his own way. You get the gist. We have a habit. We don't talk over each other. We do talk. We do our investigation, but in between investigating, we do talk. We discuss what we just saw, what we're hoping to catch, where we want to set up our equipment, what we want to do next. Whatever. It leads to a not boring investigation. We don't want to be there and have the investigation. Okay, what are they going to do? Oh boy, they're doing nothing again. That's not an investigation. I'm sorry. And we don't bullshit. We don't make up shit along the way. So we only put in what we catch, and then we discuss stuff. So like us, fine. Don't watch us, subscribe. Don't like us, don't watch us, don't subscribe. It ain't any sweat off of our back. We don't care.
It's not like we're getting paid to do this.
No, we're not. We're not getting paid to do it. We're doing it because we said before, we're very passionate about it. We've all had personal experiences. We started this only a little over a year ago. We're about a year and a half now coming up. Matter of fact, I want Chase to do a year highlights of our first full year
Year
on
in
YouTube.
review.
So we'll see. Anyhow, to get back to Cody and Satori, because like we said, this is it. As many of you know, since our last video that we did, Cody and Satori ended up going to this place, and they went up in the loft of the barn, and I believe it was Ken DaCosta or one of them, maybe even was even Jason, I'm not sure, said that it was 360 degrees angle for them doing what they were doing in this place. And he said, yeah, they had many cameras there and blah, blah, blah. Where? Like, we saw the one that was set up for 360.
That
And
was Ken.
yeah,
And
and
he said, he was like, we have plenty of angles of what's happening. We have like over 6 cameras or so, and we had one view, and it was literally the 360 camera.
there was one release, though, with them up close and that, but I think it hurt them more than it helped them.
But the 360 camera was a wide view, so it really wasn't even a 360 camera. It was just wide view. You could see from over here, and there was like a pond effect where you could see half of Cody's body over here and half of it over here, and vice versa for Satori. So there was no point of even doing that camera because it wasn't even facing them. It was facing down the stairs and to Ken and this random lady.
Well, that lady, her name was Julie DeMay, and I'm out of little words about her, which if she targets me, so be it. I don't care. But like Gabriella said, this camera angle, somebody did show, and I'm sorry that, I mean, I did have my information, but I had it about a week or so ago when we were going to originally do this, and with everything going on, some of it got lost in the time period. But they did have some clips, I don't know if it was when they finally went outside or if it was still up in the attic, of their legs and their feet. Ironically, I think it hurt them more than it helped them, because if you look on the real close-up shots, you can almost see like Cody's leg like going, and you can definitely see his toes move. So I know people will say, or Cody will say, oh, that was just loosening up because it was hard kneeling on the chair that way. For those of you who don't know, it was up in the loft. There was a chair here, they were facing each other, and they were kneeling on the chair.
By the way, it's a place they've been before, and they know the history about it too, so...
Yeah, it's a friend of theirs. They were there years prior, so they are familiar with the whole building and that, but the last time they were there, they did this thing in the house. This time they went up to the barn, and I believe that one of them said they also did shooting out in the yard. Regardless, one of the many gripes I have about this whole thing, besides the camera angle, common sense says, because I can even do it here on these chairs, and when we was in our investigation at the Ligonier Tavern, we kind of debunked with chairs what you can actually it worked in our favor because we couldn't debunk it. We heard a noise and we couldn't place it, and Gabriella went over to the wooden chair and she did something with the chair and it made the same noise that we heard. So we're kind of thinking, hey, did somebody come down and sit on that chair? How did that? It could have just been simply the chair cracked, but it did it a couple times, so I don't know, regardless. But getting back to, they're up in the loft, up in the attic. There's a wooden floor. There is a metal chair on the wooden floor. They have both of them kneeling on these chairs. What's wrong with that picture right off the bat? Do you want to say it or do you want me to say it?
You can say.
A metal chair or a wooden chair on a wooden floor, and with Cody having all these problems with his bones and stuff and that because of his health issues, if you thought he could crack his ankles and his toes and that before, they just set it up to make those sounds a whole lot easier than what they were before, because we've already duplicated those same sounds. in that same position, and it's really easy to
I
do.
could do that same sound off the corner of the staircase that I almost died on the other day.
She flew down those steps. I think she was taking flying lessons.
Guys, the weirdest thing about that whole incident, which this is getting off topic, sorry to the people that are like, oh my god, this is about
It's our
the
podcast,
topic.
so what the hell?
It is our podcast,
So.
and you know what? This isn't edited, so deal with it. Anyway, the weirdest part about the whole stairs incident was that it was only on the corner. It was only on like the edge, and it was something clear. It didn't have smell, and it didn't have any
Excuse me.
color. It was clear and it was greasy.
Yeah, it was almost like an oily base. I went over and she says, Mom, the step's kind of greasy. And I'm there like, what? And I went over and I touched it and it was still even moist.
But the weirdest part is it wasn't even on the steps itself. It was on the edge of the steps, and that's how I flew down.
Yeah.
Like I was trying to be nice, okay, because we were gonna do our podcast the other day, and we always have our coffee, and I was gonna bring our coffee cups in here, and I wasn't able to because I grabbed our cups. And I was like do 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 do, and I fucking slid down the fucking stairs, but I fell backwards like this, and so it kind of favored my right side, so I fell backwards kind of like this, and it hit the part of my back, and then obviously my elbow, but if I didn't catch myself, then it would have been a trip to the
Eric
hospital.
said he caught the tail end and he said she flew. He said if she wouldn't have come down on her elbows, especially her right elbow, she would have cracked her head off of that.
I didn't even know what happened at first. Like, I almost felt like I got pushed or something. Then I was like, no, because I didn't feel anything on my back. I didn't feel like pressure or anything. I didn't know what happened. And then I felt the steps because Mom was like, did you slip? Did you trip? Like, what happened? And I was like, I honestly don't know. And so that's when I, like, went like the steps. And it was only on that freaking...
And I'm sorry not to interrupt. I had to laugh at her. I mean, it was horrible because I was scared because I'm there, oh my God, are you all right? And I checked her from head to toe. But I kind of had to laugh at her because she had my coffee cup and she had her coffee cup and she's crying her eyes out. And she's going, I thought it was just going to be nice and I was going to make you a cup of coffee and me a cup of coffee for our podcast. And I fell.
I was going to be a good Samaritan and it failed.
You gotta love her. You gotta love her. But getting back to the story. But yeah, take 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, we're take 20. We're ready to go.
Yes.
But like as we were saying, you can duplicate those sounds, and if you have a metal or wooden chair on a wooden floor and an attic floor that's creaky, also, come on, that's not rocket science, folks. It can be easily done. The thing that bothers me too is, and I know I'll probably get, I don't even know how to say it. I made a comment to another fellow YouTuber that we love. I'm not going to say her name though because I don't want her involved in this, but anyhow, I made a comment, hey, can we just all line up and bitch slap Julie DeMay and Ken DaCosta and George Lopez? And I didn't mean it seriously like a threat or anything, because apparently they have been getting threats and bad comments and stuff like that. And I literally, I'm not serious about that. I said it as a joke. So mark that. I did say it as a joke. But Julie DeMay come out and she made this stupid ass comment. And I'm hoping, did I mark it down? Yeah, it's not word for word or anything, but she just made a comment. It's the debunkers out there, you're all saying this and that, but you're all debunking by watching a video. She said, you can't tell by watching a video if something is true or not. And I'm watching that, and I'm hearing her saying that, and I'm there, wait a minute. Unless you're friends of Cody and Satori, unless you were there with your own eyes seeing it, did they not just present this video to all of us to see with this 360 angle to watch to see if it was legit or not? A video. So I'm there like, Are you for real? You're saying you can't debunk anything from a video, but you guys produced this video with nobody that we know. I mean, people that we know and we've heard of. DaCosta, Lopez, Julie DeMay, all friends of Cody and Satori's. DaCosta and Lopez have been friends with Cody for how many years now? Way before he even got with Taps. Like, they go way back. I think that somebody said 30 years. In a place that they have already been to before, with no strangers, no unknown people there, videotaping this.
There was rules and regulations that was supposed to happen for this video, and it boils our blood that they even put that out there, because that was just a joke. That was an actual joke. There's no way that they can be serious and say, oh, this is our proof that we're not making the knocking sounds.
We've said bullshit before, but this bullshit is so
Another
deep.
thing is, the knocking wasn't the same. Now, if it's on the wooden floor, like they're claiming from the spirits, would it not sound exactly the same as all the other wooden floors? Or at least somewhat similar? It was very faint, and it did not sound the same at all. I wonder why. Maybe it's because the sound is traveling through the chair onto the floor and making the sound.
It makes me angry because, you know, this whole Julie DeMay, the comment is, I've said this before, and all of you that are paranormal investigators know, what are two things, big things about investigating? You take your camera, you go to your investigation, you videotape. As you're videotaping, if you catch something and you know you could debunk it, what? Oh, I almost bumped. I'm sorry. I didn't.
Be cautious.
Okay. You go to your what room, whatever. You catch something. The first thing in your mind is, oh wow, but then you do everything you can to debunk it right there at the time on camera. Say, oh no, we can dismiss that automatically. Oh, we're going to throw that out. If it's an EVP, on our last investigation, we threw out a whole 2 sets of EVP recording because some of us thought we heard something and we debunked it, so it kind of contaminated the EVP, so we threw it away. But then what's the second part of a good paranormal investigator? You're there 5, 6, 7, 12, 24 hours, however long your investigation is. You take that videotape home, you take it home, you go through it, you edit it, and you debunk everything you caught on video. That one, I don't know. It could be this, but I don't know, because we were standing here, so it's not. But you know what? So-and-so was standing there, so, you know, we got to throw that out. You do everything you can after reviewing your videotape and editing it to debunk what you caught before you put it out there and say, yeah, we can't explain this. I know there was a comment on Twin Paranormal. I commented on it because we were watching it. And they were all standing there. Now, you could clearly see the shadow of, I believe it was River holding the camera. You could see his shadow and the shape of the camera in the doorway. But he moved. He wasn't there at this time. And I noticed real quick, I saw, Gabriella, can you rewind that? And she rewound it, and we saw like a shadow that was smaller and walking in the opposite direction.
And there was no camera in its hand. It was sideways.
Yeah,
so
it was
walking.
It was not River or
And
or
then
Wyatt.
it cut to the next clip where River was in the exact same position as it was before. So
to you who called me out, rewatch it yourself, because I think they caught something there. Regardless, my whole point is you can debunk from watching a video. That's part of your job as a paranormal investigator. But the problem you have, Julie, is you don't want to admit that they're lying, that they're faking it, because all of you guys know Cody and Satori. You know them well. And why didn't you go to a place that nobody heard of? Go to an old cabin in the woods that nobody even knew existed, or some old abandoned building that is real popular that everybody goes. but pull somebody strange, like I said, somebody that's not as known, somebody that has maybe just starting out. We were only out for a little over a year. Get somebody that just started out for just a couple months, and they want the experience, so that they can have their YouTube grow a little bit more popular. Not for money, but just because they want that experience and that people to notice them on their videos. Let them be there. Get several cameras, all different angles. Like I said, they won't even disclose who they are. You don't ask them their name. Don't ask them where they're from. Just have somebody come up, meet them at that location, do it, and then we'll call bullshit or call real. It's just crazy that we had to sit there. Everybody got all hyped up, said, okay, maybe we're going to see something, and the same people that are going to back them up and lie for them over and over and over again. Then Jason Hawes, I guess, come out and he contradicted himself, because something about, he said that they should have done this without a debunker, but then he said they should have. Like, what is it? Like, they did have a debunker there, but the debunkers were useless because they were friends with them. But then they shouldn't have had, like, what is it? Like, there's just too many things that was going on in that video that rubbed Gabriella and me the wrong way. I don't know, let me see. Yeah, that, like, I have notes, and that I just scribbled a lot of, and as you notice, it's scribbled. When they showed some close-up of their feet and everything, and for Satori to be so nervous about her feet, like, she didn't seem to have no problem that day up there in that pulling them up, because she was with her friends, and I don't know. You guys can be your own judge. We're still calling bullshit. I know they had that offer from Kenny Biddle, and I really don't know all that much about Kenny Biddle, because to be honest with you, I only recently heard about who he was and what he does, but I did find out that he is friends with Jason Hawes and Cody. So with his name and experience, I would like to think that if they did do that, he would be 100% honest, just because it's his reputation on hand. But then you have to wonder. So let's see what happens in the future, but I don't know. I think I pretty much covered,
I think so,
everything on there. Like we said, and Ken DeCosta made a comment. He said he never gives out an address, name, or phone number. Well, he did give out the address to Cody and Satori because it was of their friend, and it was obviously they got that before for them to be able to get the information, and that they did. And especially in the Conjuring house, he may not give out the name, address, and phone number, but the people that come in give information for them to be able to look up stuff. So, like, I don't know exactly in the context of what that quote was made, and I'm probably kind of rambling and placing that lady's, again, I've had problems with my eyes lately, sleep deprivation again, my accident, her accident, this wedding coming up.
My psoriasis has been so itchy lately. I have a patch right here that's actually slightly bleeding and inflamed. And if you saw me going like this throughout the video, there's a patch right back there. It's really freaking itchy from all the nerves, and I gotta take a shower, and
it's kind of hard to do anything. She can't move. Ironically, too, we're all falling and hurting our right arm or right hand. She falls, she cracks her right elbow. She has having a hard time moving her arm. I get bit by the dog out of panic in my right hand, which we're both right-handed, so it kind of makes it.
And then Eric slightly hurt his right arm today and said that if he hit it any harder off the chair, it would have broke. So
I don't know, like,
there's a right arm, like, missing Lucky Rabbit's foot type weird shit going on in this family.
Yeah, if any of you have ever watched the Supernatural series, which we loved when it was out, there's rumored there might be a 16th season in the works. I guess Jared Padalecki and Jensen Ackles said that if they can work their schedules around so that they could do a season 16, they are 100% up for it. But it was funny because we were sitting there in a room today and we were watching TV and we're talking about our wounds and the accident, and Eric just out of the blue said, I think somebody's missing their lucky rabbit foot and we need to hurry up and find it again, because like, who's going to be next here? There's only 4 people living in this house and 3 of them was already
The
gone.
funny thing is, like, weird shit didn't start happening until I lost my bracelet and my ring broke. That hematite ring that I was talking about before, that broke finally, so I don't have that anymore. It's in the garbage somewhere off to Wu-Tang Woo or whatever. And my bracelet, I have no clue what happened to it. I had it on one day and then I went to go check the mail, and later on that day it's gone, and it never falls off or anything, but it's gone. So I have a new one.
And what's scared is about where we would have had this video out. If you ever noticed, if you watch our video from beginning to the end, which we've had that one goofy comment from somebody, you didn't even talk about what you said you were going to. If you watch our video, almost every video, she cracks her elbow off the table or the chair. And she said, Mom, we were going to do it yesterday, even though she got hurt and even though I got hurt, because even though I got hurt, we were kind of still willing maybe to try it. And where there now, I almost passed out when this happened, so where they're no, we'll just hesitate and wait one more day. But where they're like, are you going to crack your elbow off the table?
That's why I've been keeping it down here. I should probably have it in like a sling.
You did.
Again. But
you would love my sling, by the way, if you would have
it
saw
was
it.
very pretty. It almost looks like an Indian like wraparound thingy. What are those called? Saris? S-A-R-I?
I think that's what it is.
It's like one of those,
yeah.
and it's green, and it's really pretty, actually.
We'll probably get corrected on that. That's fine. Go ahead. We're not sure if that's what it is.
I'm pretty sure, though. I'm like 98%
I can't argue
sure
with you on that one.
S-A-R-I.
But
correct me if I'm wrong. I don't care.
We don't. If you correct us on something like that, we don't care. But if you're going to come on and bash us for the way we do our videos, or they just ramble on too much, they're just too silly, and I can't handle because they sway from the topic.
Newsflash, that's what a podcast is.
That's what we do. It's our video. We can do what we can. Strip down naked and run across the room if we want. We're not going to do that. You know? But I'm just saying, it's our video. We can do what we want. But anyhow, getting back to, we're going to try. We've been getting comments from a lot of you viewers, and some of them so touching. I want to bring up that one. I'm going to call out this lady's name. I'm going to call her out because it was such a lovely comment, and it really touched us. And
well, let me do it because I'm the owner of the account. You're not logged into the account.
I can get it.
You can see it, but it's not as easy.
Come on now, you can
It's
share
not
it.
as easy.
Yeah, that's right. You can go right on where it says comments. I don't even have to go through them.
Yeah.
Okay, it's at Samantha1642. She goes, new subscriber, love this mother-daughter, and a big old heart. Now, when we get comments like that, and we get people subscribing because Angelina sent them over to us, we cannot thank you enough, because we're not out there to get the views. We're not out there to get the subscribers. But, that it feels good. We just reached our goal of our first 100 subscribers. Might not sound much to any of you out there, but it means a lot to us.
It really does.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. We love you to death. From our hearts, we cannot tell you how much we appreciate that. Or the video that comment was on, we got almost over 2,000. How much do we get?
Right.
2,600, 2,700, I
Yes,
think,
over.
comment or likes on it, or views rather. Don't mind me, guys. I'm a little bit loopy tonight. No, it wasn't. This is coffee, so it's
not like
it's not that type of loopy.
We have 27,000.
2,700 views. Thank you. Like,
I meant 100.
yeah, they knew what you meant. We're not worthy of 27,000 yet. That would be
I'm
that would
sorry.
really would be there.
I went overboard.
But we'll get there. But it really truly means a lot to Gabriella and I, and sometimes Abby joins us, sometimes my son Eric joins us. It touches us so much that you enjoy us enough to subscribe and to come back and watch our videos. One thing we do ask, please comment more. Not that I'm begging for comments about our videos or anything, but to suggest what you would like to hear us talk about.
Mhm.
We would love all the comments about what you would like to hear us talk about.
Even if
discuss.
it's a different subject other than Cody and Satori, because the subject is getting
We're
way
not,
out of hand.
enough is enough. Like I said, I promise you, I know we said this before, but unless breaking news comes out that somebody was able to either completely debunk them and prove all the debunkers right, or if somebody comes out and says, no, we got every bit of evidence saying that they have that gift, and then all of us debunkers will say, okay, we apologize to Cody and Satori. They had us duped, but I don't know. There's more evidence going against them than there's for, so
I
we'll
guess
see what
only
time
the
brings.
future can foretell.
But we do like discussing and talking about our lurking spirits too, so, I mean, because that's our passion besides this channel. So we will be, I don't know if our next one will be on some paranormal stuff, some of our investigations.
It might be something goofy, it might be something about our investigations, we're not sure yet. But if you do have any suggestions on, like, maybe something fun you want us to do or to talk about, or even something serious, let us know in the comments down below. That way because like I said in our other video, we read every single comment. We may not reply to it, but we do read every single comment.
We do, and we appreciate all of them. Any suggestions? If we do talk about lurking spirits by chance, we did just have 2 investigations recently. We had one at the Lincoln Tavern in Ligonier, and that was a 2-parter. And we had the last one we just had part 1 out last Friday. It was at the Johnston House in Latrobe. We have part 2 coming out this Saturday. We did have a couple comments, people saying, oh, you guys talk too much and you can't hear anything. That's just our way of investigating. If you don't like it, turn it off. I mean, I'm not trying to be rude or anything, but we investigate our way. We try not to talk too much, but we do talk to the spirits a lot. We do try to ask a lot of questions, because it's going to be that one question we get that amazing response, or it could be that question that could cause us to catch something, hey, they decided they wanted to appear. We had some amazing things happen in part 1 in that video, and some pretty cool things that happened on part 2. Debunkers, you can debunk it all you want. We were there, we know what happened. We tried every which way to debunk some of this stuff, we couldn't. So it's up to you to decide. I know we're honest. We don't fake stuff. We speak from the heart. We investigate from the heart. It's our passion. But if you have any things like that that you want us to talk about, just please make the comment. I know I'm saying a lot. But is there anything more, like, just other than, we cannot thank you enough for the support that you've given us. Angelina, again, a big shout out to you. You are such a lovely woman, and I'm glad you're feeling better from your fall down the steps. And I hope you continue feeling better and continue your good work. We watched your live video today. You're awesome as usual. Again, happy birthday to you. Gabriella's birthday's coming up here on May 8th. The wedding's coming up on May 5th. So we would like to get at least maybe one.
It's gonna be hectic.
Yeah.
So we'll try to get at least 1 or 2 more
Something.
videos in before all of that happens.
And so that week too, the wedding is on a Sunday. depending on how hectic it gets that week, we might try to maybe have something. Maybe we'll even have something, an update on how the wedding went. Maybe a couple clips of the wedding. That would be nice if you all want to see that. Anything like that, just please make a comment. Tell us what you want. Other than that, we can do a variety of things. We can talk about the paranormal.
We can do fun challenges.
Anything.
And
Well,
just as
I'm not
long-
going to say anything,
Yeah.
so
Whoa.
there's a line there that we will cross. So I'm retracting anything.
Especially with the naked comment
Yeah,
that she made earlier.
most
That's not
anything.
happening.
Yeah,
and that would
most
definitely
anything.
violate YouTube guidelines, so it's
Yeah,
not happening.
Yeah, you are not going to do that.
That's
No,
not
no.
happening.
I think if they saw me anyhow, they'd run screaming.
Oh, my
"No,
Lord.
God,
You're
it's
lucky
the
that I
monster.
can't slap you with this
It's
arm.
the monster. Okay, with that, you know how we end. I usually do the quote, and I did have it up, and let me see if I can find it again, because it's one of those things. It's right here, I think.
You said
Okay, I don't think I said this one before, and it says Livy. So I don't know, but the quote is, truth is often eclipsed, but never extinguished. So there you have it. That's our quote of the day. This is our podcast. We hope you enjoy. We love you. As usual, tune in.
And peace out.
Whoa.